What's up, everyone? It's Shyler with Jacked Up Gaming, bringing you another episode of Jacked Up Brews. Today I'm going to show you guys my brand new deck, my Circu Demir Lobotomist deck, or more specifically, Lantern Control, as it's called in the modern format. So before I get started showing you the real meat of the deck, I need to explain exactly what a Lantern Control deck does. A Lantern Control deck uses cards that reveal the top card of every player's libraries, and in doing so, gives you the ability to see what's coming, in a sense. If you ever have seen the Lantern Control deck in Modern, this deck has the same basic goal. It uses some of the same cards in it as well. With this information, you use a variety of different cards to essentially manipulate the top of your opponent's decks, in turn giving you a way to get creatures on the board and win the game, and with damage and even possibly milling. So with that knowledge, we can now begin looking at this deck. So the first card I want to talk about is the commander himself, Circu Demir Lobotomist. He just allows us to remove cards from any library, and very easily as well, since the only colored cards that we run in the deck are blue or black or both. Also, a very important part to mention about his first two abilities is that we don't need the blue or black spells we cast to resolve. We get the triggers whether or not the cards resolve. Circu provides huge ability to manipulate the game in our favor by just exiling the threatening cards directly from the top of our opponent's libraries, also preventing our opponents from doing something with the card. Some of the other cards in the deck that help us to remove the cards from the top of our opponent's libraries are Ghoul Color Spell, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Codex Shredder. But in order for us to determine what cards are threatening to us, we need to be able to see the top cards of our opponent's decks. The cards that are going to help us accomplish this are Wizened Snitches and Lantern of Insight, the card that the deck's named after. The last few cards I want to mention in this deck are in the protection category. These cards are like Cryptic Command, Jester's Cap, Dissipation Field, and Propaganda. There are a few counter spells in this list for instant answers to threats that we're not able to deal with right away. The cards like Jester's Cap are meant to help us in a situation where we have a pretty good idea of what win conditions and threats are in our opponent's decks, and Jester's Cap is just one of the ways to remove those. And finally, cards like Dissipation Field and Propaganda are included to help us stay alive long enough to get our deck up and running at peak efficiency. And that just about covers the entire deck. So thank you all for watching this video. If you want to build this deck yourself or make changes to it, the deck list is down below in the description of this video, and the total cost of the deck will be appearing on screen. I'm Shyler, and on behalf of Jacked Up Gaming, we will see you guys next time.